Hi, my name is Natasha Norman, and my speech is about teenage pregnancy. First of all, I would like to say that teenage pregnancy can be very scary and it can be very hard. A lot of teenagers tend to think that when they see a baby, it's, oh my God, a baby's cute, a baby's cuddly. But in reality, they don't think about the consequences of becoming a teenage mom. And to be a teenage mom, you sacrifice a lot for your child. You sacrifice going out with friends, you sacrifice having a social life because as a teenage parent, you're in school still and you have a lot of friends, you play sports or you're on a cheerleading team or whatever you're doing after school. You can no longer do that activity because you now have to go home to a child. That child becomes your total, gives you have to give that child your total attention. And statistics state that as a teenage parent, more than half of the teenagers either repeat a grade or they don't graduate at all. And the percent that do graduate, only 2% of that percent goes to college. That's a small percentage of people, of teenagers that becomes a teenage parent from a young age going to college. It's already hard as it is to have a job, to get a job without a high school diploma. Make it worse that you're a teenage parent and you didn't go to college. Some parents, they try, but it doesn't always work out. I don't think as a teenager you think of the consequences of, well, I shouldn't have sex at all, or I should have used some type of birth control. There are a lot of birth control methods out in this world where you can use instead of going out and just having unprotected sex. Mainly, you can just choose abstinence because it's good not to have sex because you don't have to worry about becoming pregnant at a young age. And even if you are in college, I don't think you need to be out there having sex with anybody, and you need to be out there, getting pregnant, worrying about, well, who's my child's father. In some cases, well, most cases, the dad doesn't stick around. They only say, well, I want you to have my baby, or if you ever get pregnant by me, I'll be by your side no matter what. Most say that because they just want to have sex with you. They just want to sleep with you. And the minute they sleep with you and then you come and say, well, I'm pregnant, they run because this is not what they want. They feel they're too young. They feel life is too short to become such a young parent. Now, for example, it would be my mom was a teenage parent. She was a teenage single parent. And she sacrificed a lot for me. She worked two jobs. She was still in high school. Well, she worked one when she was in high school. And when she graduated from high school, she ended up working two jobs just so she can survive and she can provide for me. Um, the same as every single parent, my dad wasn't really around. So she had to, well, she still acts as my mom and my dad. My mom is my hero. She's my everything. I don't know what I would do without her. But she sacrificed her whole life for me. If it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be where I am. I don't think I would be doing what I should be doing because she gave up her whole life, her whole social life. She gave up her whole career just so I can have a life, just so I can be where I am or be where I need to be. And I don't think many people, many teenagers, well, many of people that became teenage parents, I don't think they got the full understanding of what it means to sacrifice for your child, what it means to give up everything, give up your career, give up your life for that child because you chose not to use protection. So if you choose to still have sex as a teenager, then use protection. There's birth control, there's the birth patch, there's the pill, there's the injection, there is just use condoms. There's everything in this world so you can prevent being a teenage parent. There are also groups where there's nonprofit groups, there's profit groups, there's school clubs, there's clubs out in the community, there's church, there's everything in this world to prevent you from becoming a teenage parent because it's not easy and the world, the economy is getting harder. And I don't think I don't think it's something cute to see where you're 13 or 14 and you're pregnant because to the end of the day, you're not the only person suffering the consequences. Your child suffer because you can't provide for them what needs to be provided, and then your parents suffer because they not only have to finish raising you, but they have to raise your child also. So I think all teenagers should stop and think about it like, okay, well, maybe I should use protection, or maybe I shouldn't have sex at all. Maybe I should go to church and pray, or maybe I should ask somebody a question about it. Is everything, everyone is out there for help. You know, everyone needs help, and somebody should ask for that help. And in when I was in high school, um, half of my graduating class was the largest class my high school has ever had. And my junior year, which is my 11th grade year, and my senior year, my 12th grade year of high school, both years, half of my class were teenage parents. Either they were teenage parents or they were becoming teenage parents. And I was the other half that never got pregnant. I mean, I see it as my mom sacrificed a lot for me, so why would I put myself in that predicament where I have to sacrifice my life? I feel, my mom had to do it and she wants what's best for me. She want what she was never able to get herself for me. So why should I put her in a predicament where she has to raise my child because I can't raise them myself? So I feel women of all ages, teenagers especially, should stop thinking, okay, well, babies are so cute and babies are so cuddly, and babies are not an accessory. They don't go around your neck, they don't hang there, they don't just, they when they're born, they need things. They need formula, they need diapers, they need clothes, they need a roof over their head, they need everything. And you can't just sit there and be like, well, I'm not going to do it. You have to actually think. You need to either you read about it, you get that information, you get that facts and think, well, maybe I don't want to be a teenage parent because there's too many stuff I have to give up. You can't party anymore. You can't, if you're one of those girls that like to hook up with boys, you can't be that person. You can't hook up with more than one boy. You can't hook up with boys, period. You don't have the time. You no longer have a life once you give birth to a child as a teenage parent because it becomes hard. Some some teenagers, they have it easy because their parents help. Some parents don't mind helping, and there are other teenagers that they don't have that help. So they have to do everything themselves and it becomes quite hard. So I wished everybody the best of luck, and I really hope that you guys give it some thought about not becoming teenage parents. Okay, bye.